boxing is the swill barrel of sports. It's a dirty racket in many instances, and that's the way it's going to be.
Hear my words, my verbs again. Juiced up, juiced up.
Yes, it's true. Ryan Garcia was juiced up for the Devin Haney fight. So let's get into the details.
Juiced up, juiced up.
Ryan Garcia has tested positive for Ostarine in 2 VADA drug tests taken on the day before and on the day of the Haney win. He also screened positive for the metabolite of nandrolone, 19-norandrostesterone. Although that test is still under analysis.
What's happened to the B sample? Where is it?
Ostarine is a selective androgen receptor modulator to assist athletic performance by helping build muscle mass, burn fat, and increase stamina. Nandrolone is a synthetic lab-made version of testosterone. WBC President Mauricio Suleiman confirms adverse findings. Ryan protests his innocence, saying that this is some bullshit. He's never taken steroids.
Juiced up, juiced up. I claim I'm innocent, but that's what they all say.
I'm disappointed for Devin, because he took a sound beating at the hands of Ryan. It put a lot of things in perspective when Eddie said Devin will bounce back from this and he'll be back on top. Paraphrasing what Eddie said, he'll bounce back. He gave it the promoter spiel. Then Oscar replied, Silver Spoon boy Eddie doesn't understand these things, never been in the ring. Devin will never be the same after that beating. And it put a lot of stuff in perspective because I haven't been in a ring to have a contest, amateur or pro. And yeah, potentially that beating could spell the end for Devin because Ryan cheated. We'll let the story develop. It's very disappointing for me that he did that. After his dad was stomping around post-fight, shouting at Eddie, we destroyed all your fighters. All these people talking about Devin is chinny. Although he got up 3 times for 3 knockdowns over someone who didn't make weight and was fully replenished and apparently
juiced up, juiced up.
And rather than seek advice, legal or from someone in his team, on how to conduct himself after such a revelation, he's on Twitter. I'm on the Jesus steroid. Diddy paid for the test, making jokes about it. That must be hard to watch if you're Devin Haney, that he's making jokes about something as serious as this. It must be hard to watch. Even with the fat-burning substances he was taking, he didn't make weight. So no belt, short-lived glory. The win will likely be changed to a no contest. So what has this guy really done in his career? Well, what have you done?
No goddamn neuro-cold flop.
Then you got the Ryan Garcia sycophants. You know, the ones who say, oh, making the weight doesn't make a difference and Ryan taking steroids didn't make a difference in his performance. And then you got Tank Davis so disappointed that his win over Ryan hasn't appreciated with the news that Ryan is a drug cheat. He's online just talking absolute nonsense. I'm like, is he focused on this Frank Martin fight? Because it must be about at least 20 tweets, some of which he deleted, insinuating Ryan didn't cheat and Devin still can't fight. Like, anyway, Devin responded, statement to ESPN, we learned about this situation not too long ago, and it's unfortunate Ryan cheated and disrespected both the fans and the sport of boxing by fighting dirty and breaking positive not once but twice. I've always been an advocate for clean fighting, and this is an example of such. Ryan owes the fans an apology, and by this recent tweet, he still thinks this is a joke. We put our lives on the line to entertain for a living. You don't play boxing. This puts the fight in a different light. Despite the disadvantage, I still fought on my shield and got back up. People die in this sport. This isn't a joking matter. Well, you tell Gervonta Davis that and Ryan. And some of Ryan's fans, we don't believe VADA. Where's the proof? What's the fucking matter with you people?
Juiced up, juiced up.
October 2022, when Conor had his issues, here's what Ryan had to say. No mercy on cheating in sports. If you cheat, you are weak. Even if you ended up still competing and did win. How can you be happy with that and proud? Disgrace. Unbelievable what's going on in the UK. No, it's unbelievable what's going on in Mexico with that tainted meat. Is that what Ryan's going to claim? It was the meat.
You're lying, you're lying.
Big up Chris Bates. He called Ryan a clown for saying that. Michael Sanders, big up, he said, going on in the UK, cheating in boxing is a global problem. I'm sorry, but the US is just as guilty on that front. Big up, Michael. But these 2 tweets here. He says, one day, it might be you. And this one here is scary. And 2 years from now, it will be him who tests positive for all we know. Unfortunately, people's words don't mean much.
Or the next rhyme I write might be about you.
What's up, everybody? I came on here to address this bull fucking shit claim that I cheated.
Lies.
Yeah. Everybody knows that I don't cheat. What can I say? You know, why didn't they come out with this before, you know, the fight? If they found it before, why would they let me step into the ring as a cheater and then come out with the victory and then they post this, you know?
Perhaps, you idiot, it takes time for them to do the testing. He was tested on the day of the fight and the day before. They're the tests that produced these results.
Again, these are people that are trying to attack me for whatever reason, but no weapon against me shall prosper.
No weapon against me shall prosper, pointing to the sky towards God.
What's up, guys? You guys can see fake news, fake fucking news. Don't believe these fuckers, bro. I never fucking took a steroid in my fucking life.
I claim I'm innocent, but that's what they all say.
One mad 12 hours, because I'm lying in bed, couldn't sleep at 1 a.m. All of a sudden I get a little ping. Mike Coppin just now reported that Ryan Garcia has failed a drugs test for Ostering. Then you've got Gervonta Tank Davis calling you a bum and a silver spoon and how it's been hidden.
Sure
What's going on?
I mean, firstly, when you say hidden, I mean, the first thing is, let's just address Gervonta Davis, who is a fucking idiot. I mean, firstly, what is this thing about deleting your tweets? Why would you delete it? I don't really understand. What, you can't stand by what you said? You were told to take it down? You weren't sure you should have said it? Leave your tweets up. That's the first thing, right? Secondly, I collected Ryan Garcia's bloods and sent them to the VADA laboratory. I mean, you do know I've had a lot of fighters that have failed VADA drugs tests. I've been on both sides of the fence here and I know exactly how this will play out.
Now, how do I break this down? Anyone said Gervonta was not a deep thinker, and they said it was racism. Well, he's not a deep thinker. And it's not because he's black. Archie Moore, I believe, had limited literacy skills, but he was very articulate. This has got nothing to do with being black and not educated. Gervonta Davis is not an articulate guy. He's not a very pleasant young man either. He's not a deep thinker. He's not an Archie Moore with his words. And quite frankly, he's a ghastly young man, in all truth. Him and Ryan.
Fuck these motherfuckers. Tell them to suck my dick. I beat Devin Haney fair and square. He could suck my dick. All you motherfuckers that say I cheated, you guys could all suck my dick. I didn't fucking cheat a day in my life. Never have, never fucking will.
Ryan didn't beat shit fair and square. Yeah? And any pass that Ryan got for not making the weight and beating Devin has to be revoked. At the least, you owe Devin an immediate rematch. Yeah? You can arrange a weight, whether it's for the belt or not. Well, he shouldn't be allowed to fight the belt after that violation. But if you got any machismo, fighting pride, that's what you do. Because right now, he's one of the biggest hype jobs in the history of the sport. The biggest revelation, really, is how he got over on all of us. How did some of us believe that this hype job could win a fight at this level without having to resort to cheating?
You've got to now instruct your lawyers and your team to put a case together as to how this has happened. When he beat Devin Haney, he had performance-enhancing drugs in his system. Fact. Intentional or not, it's over to him to prove. Because he'll get banned by the New York State Athletic Commission and he won't be able to fight. But he might not fight again in a year anyway. Who knows? But for his own credibility and for his own honour, he should want to defend that case if he is innocent.
The way Ryan responded on Twitter and on that live he done, I don't think he really cares about all that. If Jaime catches them hands from Canelo on Saturday, who they got left? Virgil Ortiz? I tell you what, whoever has to clean up Ryan's spillage, I don't envy that task at all. It's going to be very difficult. And Ryan himself, the way he acts up like a petulant 10-year-old, he makes damage control almost impossible. Let's see how loyal his fans are if they make an example of him and ban him for 2 years. You know what I mean? Ryan already doesn't have discipline. If he does come back in 2 years, probably won't be at 140, probably won't be at 147. And if anyone thinks he's going to be fighting in a couple of months, no, a ban is imminent. A ban is imminent. A year at the least. He's going to get a hard fine, I'm telling you, 6 figures plus. That's going to put him at least 2 million plus in deficit from whatever he's earned from that fight. Because he's got to pay Devin 500 for every pound he missed. That's $1.5 million. Add that to whatever fine he's got to pay. He's bragging about how much money he has. You see, when you get into a certain tax bracket and you're paying for everyone else's lifestyle, 2 years without earning. The money will run down quick. Quicker than what you believe. He's already playing the victim role, and his new friend Tank Davis is supporting him. It's weird. Tank's just weird, man. And the New York State Athletic Commission may look to make an example of him. A year ban, maybe ban him for a couple of years, with the nonchalant attitude he has about everything. Missing the weight, failing the drug tests, making jokes about it. They might make an example of him. If they ban him for 2 years, I don't see him coming back to the sport. I don't see it. His career might actually be over right now. We might have seen the best of Ryan Garcia, if there was a best. If he's putting all these PEDs, this weed and alcohol in his system, and he was telling us he was drinking and smoking weed, he told us that. It's a wonder he didn't turn up positive for marijuana. Is it any wonder he was acting like how he was acting in the build-up to the fight? I think from now, there's no way around it. If fighters are acting way out of character and a little too bizarre, they shouldn't be allowed to go in the ring. Not in boxing. Shouldn't be allowed to go in. Boxing might have to start incorporating at least some level of psych evaluation. It's one thing expressing yourself, smack talking, getting animated. Then there's totally bizarre. No, we can't let this guy in the ring. Can't let him in the ring. He's not conducting himself in a way that we see fit for him to go into a boxing ring. We have to look out for him and his opponent.
Thank you very much for being here for what I truly believe will be the changing of the guard of Mexican boxing from Canelo Alvarez to Jaime Mungua. My sole purpose in this promotion is to support Jaime, an undefeated, incredible talent who deserves the stage and spotlight at this point of his career. However, I would be remiss if I didn't respond to the man I used to promote. He seems to have trouble remembering who helped him become a true global star. To be clear, I have nothing but respect for Canelo Alvarez as a fighter. His record and abilities speak for themselves. But he has spent much of the last 2 months insulting me rather than promoting this fight. So I'll make it a little bit easier for him. Yes, I have faced a lot of challenges in my life. Yes, I've been to rehab several times. Yes, there were some really low points in my life, and yes, there were times that work was not my priority based on my mental health, which I had neglected for so long. But that doesn't change the fact that Golden Boy built Canelo Alvarez, period. The company you fought under for decades has always had one name, and it's mine. So put some fucking respect on it. And Canelo failed 2 drug tests, so Jaime wasn't allowed to fulfill his dream, 2018. On Saturday night, he will do just that, fulfill his dream and be world champion.
Tienen que escribirle, lo que tiene que decir es pinche maricón, cabrón. Tú lo escribes, ¿qué lo escribes, pendejo? Tú no escribes nada, cabrón.
Oscar De La Hoya is a mad person, a fucking nutter. But there's a method to the madness, and he played a blinder, because he's right up in Canelo's head. And the fight is, 3 days away. Right in Canelo's head. Yeah. Play the absolute blinder. Put some respect on the name. When Oscar spoke to Ade and Sergio Mora, either Oscar or they pointed out that he took from 8 Mile when Eminem went up against Papa Duck.
This guy ain't no motherfucking MC. I know everything he's got to say against me. I am white. I am a fucking punk. I do live in a trailer with my mom.
Obviously not as good as that, but same principles, self-depreciation. What else can you say about me now? And when he brought up Canelo's failed drug test, I was like,
and Canelo failed 2 drug tests?
Yeah, very effective. Canelo tried to rush him, he got blocked. This is some serious gamesmanship. Oscar wants this win more than Jaime Mungua does. Trust me.
He tried to steal money, and he's a fucking asshole. That's what I say. He's a fucking asshole. He tried to keep the attention for him, not for Mungua. He's a fucking asshole. He steals his fighters. That's what he do. Fucking pussy.
You know, Oscar said a lot of stuff that would have wound up most of us. Let's keep it real. So when he's making libelous threats, because Canelo said he tried to steal money, come on, man, look. You know, they asked Canelo, why is Oscar accusing you of defaming him? Canelo said, I'm not defaming him. I have proof. I tried to put my lawyers in, and he tried to steal my money. I have proof. I don't want that fight. I don't really give a shit about Oscar. But if he says something in my territory, I need to say something, right? He was asked what he said when he pressed himself up against De La Hoya and smiled a wry smile when he answered, I don't remember. I was so angry.
Yeah, and it was pre-planned as well. I mean, as Manik said that he woke up and chose this because he wrote it down, he was reading it off a script. This is someone that came here and wanted to get a lot off his chest, Chris.
Yeah, and look, there's a method, I think, to the madness for Oscar De La Hoya. Like,
Billy Joe Saunders really pissed Canelo off. Erislandy Lara interrupted his interview. That got him pissed. Lara got his fight. Triple G got on his nerves. The thing is, though, Triple G, Lara, and Billy Joe, his opponents, they were pissing him off. Now, he's got to retain fire for Jaime Mungua, who's been totally respectful to Canelo all throughout. He's still got to shut Oscar out. And it won't be that easy because Oscar knew what buttons to press. But Canelo's an old pro at 33. And unless Oscar's got some more tricks up his sleeve at the weigh-in, Canelo should be okay. The Latin snake Sergio Mora said, it's personal, it's personal. Not for Oscar. Like Ade said, Oscar had his shit scripted. He had it scripted and written down. He knew exactly what he was doing. And with that,
I'm gone. Ghost, peace, sayonara.